What is up, friends? Hulu has officially dropped the first full-length King of the Hill Season 14 trailer. It literally just dropped. I have not watched it yet, so I'm about to do that live. You get to watch my reactions, and then I'll talk about it, in the most detail I possibly can. We've done this before with other clips and everything, so we're gonna do it here, and then back on the main channel after this, I'll do a full trailer breakdown, which will probably come out late today or early tomorrow. All right, let's do this. We are about to hit play on the King of the Hill Season 14 trailer. For 15 years, we've waited for the king. Probably to return? To return.
Oh, man, look at that return dang old king, man. Oh, wow. I'm getting a hug, okay?
I'm getting hugged. Yeah, it feels like Hank. Oh my gosh, Bill. Oh, Bill.
World has changed, Dad.
Creator of Upload? They went with creator of Upload?
Over Zoom, but I'll figure it out. Huh. Okay. Is that a... Don't worry.
Hank figuring out modern restrooms.
Uh-huh. Are we all gender? 5 stars? I'm gonna give you a 4. That way
we saw this clip.
Something to work towards. If you ask me, 5s should be rare in this world.
We sure are. I do not want to be conceited, but I have been told my whole life I'm a 5.
Classic Peggy. All right. Oh, Robotic Chain. There it is.
I'm your chef, Bobby Hill.
Oh, no.
Nowadays, beer is fruitier, bolder, more assertive.
Wow, there's some weird audio Frankensteining there.
Once that it tasted more like fruit.
Pretty good.
A dance with clear rules and instructions. Bobby wants to bring that new girl over for dinner.
The Vegas?
Oh.
What the hell am I supposed to feed her?
Can't we just put some grass in a bowl?
I cannot believe they're allowing it to happen openly in the streets.
Fake sport, man. You got to tackle something, man.
Soccer in the streets.
About retirement is there's so much time to fill.
Wow, there's so
Honey,
much
you do
here.
not need to get up at the crack of dawn every morning.
Peggy, I didn't retire to sleep my life away like some nepo baby.
Okay, we got a nepo baby joke.
It's Bobby. Yellow, honey. So glad you called. Ooh. Are you eating?
Oh no.
Let me hang up and
Wow,
call
Bobby's just hooking up left and right. Damn. Okay, there is so much. So much here. Obviously, we got kind of the basic idea of him coming back. We got a little hint of some characters. I know a lot of people were like, is Bill dead from COVID after the intro? And I knew he was never going to be dead. Here he is with a huge beard, little grayed, and he looks massive. I hope he gets himself back in shape a little bit. Hank struggling with Zoom meetings, new bathrooms. I mean, this is all like kind of the stuff you'd expect. He doesn't want to give his Uber driver a 5. The stuff I am most curious about here is for sure the Bobby stuff. So we see Robotic Chain, which is the restaurant that he co-runs with Chain Wasana-san. Obviously, it looks like there are some issues. They got a rat, and it looks like it's a pretty new, here we actually can see in one of these clips, there's a newspaper clipping about it, which I'll go over in detail when we get to the full breakdown over on my main channel. But I like seeing Bobby's gonna have some struggles in his new career. There are some weird Frankenbites in this, aren't there? Just like there were in the teaser trailer, where like this part where Bobby's trying to describe what modern beers are like to Hank, that sounds like 4 different lines like cobbled together into one line, and it's a little weird.
Nowadays, beer is fruitier.
Obviously, that's just trailer editing. That's just how it works sometimes. I really like the line that Hank's never had a beer that's tasted more like fruit. This is exactly the premise that I thought we would get from the second episode, The Beer Story. Hank being set in his ways, he just likes Alamo. He's gonna drink Alamo. He's going out of his way to have Alamo all the time. And Bobby's like, look at all of this world of beer brewing that's out there. And I'm actually pretty excited because I feel like that's a really great one for like Hank to kind of come around a little and be like, oh, I understand the effort and time and diligence that it takes that goes into brewing a good beer. I think it will probably play out in a way that like brings them a little bit closer, maybe for the first time since they like returned and reunited. It feels like the rose growing episode where he's like, I don't like rose growing, and then he realizes how much goes into it, and he kind of becomes obsessed with it in a way that overtakes Bobby's own interests. We've already got a clip of Hank measuring temperature for the beer brewing. So like, you know, he's going to get into it. You know, Hank's going to get into it. That's going to be great. Here's a shot of Connie laughing hysterically, Joseph confused, and Bobby looking upset while standing next to a horse with a bow on it. I'm so curious what their relationship is like at this point. After some of the leaks, there's some surprises in this trailer. Like, Bobby, I think, is seen hooking up with multiple people here, right? Like, he's kissing this woman over the table over some lasagna at the house. Obviously, Hank not into that. She looks just like the kind of woman that Hank might have a problem with as like a modern girl. She's got the side shave. She's got a crystal around her neck. She's got colored hair. Of course, this is like obviously what you're gonna introduce to Hank in order to make him a little uncomfortable and confused. But there's this other clip later after when Bobby accidentally calls. It looks like a different girl. She looks like she has different hair. So that's interesting. And there's glasses on the table. Bobby is getting around, this means. That's interesting. Bobby was always a ladies' man, so that doesn't really super surprise me. But there were things in the leaks that implied that Bobby and Connie would be together, but also at the ATX panel, Connie's voice actress Lauren Tom revealed that Connie is ethically non-monogamous. So maybe they both are, maybe they're both maybe that's what this episode is about. This should be pretty interesting. There's like a lot going on here, especially I think with like the modern young adult culture that I'm really excited to see. Bobby becoming an adult, dealing with all of these kinds of things that we've never seen him deal with before, and especially with like Hank's repressed, concerned, confused reaction to those things. We've got a really cool shot here of Joseph and John Redcorn riding horses through the desert. Also, John Redcorn aged a lot. So honestly, aged more than anyone I would have thought in this show. And it will be Jonathan Joss. It was Jonathan Joss who recorded voice for this season and probably next season before he was tragically murdered. So we will get Jonathan Joss' performance as John Redcorn, but I'm so curious what exactly we're looking at here in terms of their relationship. Joseph and John Redcorn. Does Joseph know by now? I feel like he has to know by now. And has he formed some sort of a true actual connection with John Redcorn since learning that, if he's learned it? This seems to imply it so. Even if he doesn't know still, it seems like they have somewhat of a friendship or kinship. I expect Dale doesn't know. I would expect Dale doesn't know. Let's talk about Dale here. There's a clip of Dale. Do we think this is Toby Huss or Johnny Hardwick? Let's listen one more time.
Cannot believe they're allowing it to happen openly in the streets.
I can't tell. I'm really eager to see both performances. Obviously, everyone's going to sound a little different. Even the original voice actors. Like, Hank sounds a little different. He's a little older. He's not done the voice in 15 years. Dale is going to sound a little different regardless of if it is Johnny or Toby. I have no idea what this was because it does sound a little different, but it doesn't sound different enough that I'm confident it's Toby and not Johnny. So that's really interesting. Here also we see Bill has lost his long beard and hair. He does look a little fatter, but he doesn't look like he's aged all that badly. I like Hank doing what is he doing? Line dancing, and it's really, really easy for him to understand. That's very, very Hank. Simple instructions, like that joke a lot. So I had previously said in one of these videos that it was rigged animation. I have since learned from one of the directors of the show that it is not rigged animation. It's actually frame by frame animated in Harmony. I believe that they have mouth shapes. Mouth shapes are saved and altered so that they can change the dialogue more quickly if they want to, which I think maybe is the thing that explains why it does look a little stiff in the facial expression side of things, because they can't super change the facial expressions without doing special poses and special drawings for those animations if you're going to be relying on those specific face or mouth shapes for all of your dialogue. I think when paused, the show looks good. The character models look right. It looks like a modern updated King of the Hill. I do still think in motion it is like it just looks a little different. It's like really, it's a little bit harder to get used to. But I think as far as the models go, it looks good. There's so much here though. I am definitely going to wrap this up and get started on a surefire long trailer breakdown because there's so much to talk about here. So stay tuned. Check out the main channel. That's either coming tonight or tomorrow morning. It will be a probably very long, in-depth, frame-by-frame trailer breakdown. And that's what we got. All right, King of the Hill is back. Return of the King. Here it comes, guys. It's on its way. All right, peace.
I stay mellow watching Johnny two cellos. He talks cartoons, he's a really cool fellow. He keeps you posted on adult cartoons. If that's what you're into, then grab a spoon and a very big bowl of your favorite cereal. Feels like Saturday morning cartoon material. Johnny two cellos, watch him on YouTube. Now enjoy this groove and bust a move.